Hello, my name is Daniel Hernandez, and this is Lab 12, no, Lab 12 week Part B. And basically, we have the user enter 128, prompt and get the value, then output x while explaining that 2 to the power of x equals 128. So we begin by initializing our variables, x d word 1, input d word. Next, we have our displays for our user. So please enter a power of 2 value a. I shall calculate x where 2 to the power of x equals the value you entered. Next, x is, and where 2 to the power of x is. Next, we begin to write our code. So move edx into offset display, in which we would get the input for power of 2. Next, we move cx1. We move 1 into cx, and is compared with the input value once it's divided. We next move x into ebx and move input into ex. So we move ex into input variable. Next, we use our jump instruction. So here we move dx into 0. So move cx into 2. So move 2 into the divisor. Divide cx. So we calculate. Move cx into 1. So move 1 back into cx to compare for the jump instruction. Here we use it, CMP. So we compare, see if the input is 1. So we compare them to see the input was 1. Next, we use the jump instruction, the second one. We increment EBX, so we add 1 to the value of x. Next is the third jump instruction. So we move EDX into offset output 1. We call write string. We move x into EBX, so that means we move the value that is incremented into x. We move EX into x and move x into memory location for write decimal. So we call write decimal. We move EDX into offset output 2, which is output 2. We call write string, move EX into input. So we move input into write decimal memory location. We call write decimal, call dumb rex, and that's pretty much it. We'll run it. Please enter a power of 2 value, and I shall calculate x where 2 to the power of x equals the value entered. So we enter 128. Here we have x is 7, where 2 to the power of x equals 128. So we see the code worked.